Back to Volunteer State Community College, where Pioneers will take on the Wabash Valley Warriors in Game 2 of the doubleheader. VolState fell 9-8 in the 9-inning contest. Come from behind victory for Wabash. Wabash now 20-15 on the season. VolState 25-12. Out of conference game for both teams. Let's get to the Toyota Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visitors, Crew Bond back out in center field. He'll lead off. A.J. Malzone, the DH, bats second. Jackson Wang in right field. Batting third, Jack Scary with 2 home runs in Game 1. He's the cleanup hitter playing left field. Enrico Veach moves over to shortstop batting fifth. Ian Check is the second baseman batting sixth. Argenis Lopez is in first base, batting seventh. Drake DeFreitas at third base, hitting eighth. And Jackson Ryder is the catcher. He'll bat ninth on the mound for Wabash Valley. Number 12, Preston Barr, a freshman right-hander from Harper Woods, Michigan, will get the start in Game 2. Batting order for Vol State, Drew Plummer leads off playing second base. Drew Mashinsky. Sometimes we like to call him Reed Mashinsky. He plays right field. He's going to bat second. Easton Denning at first base, batting third. Gage Hoover, cleanup hitter, playing left field. Devin Thrain back out in center field, hits fifth. Luke Lawson is a DH here in Game 2. He'll bat sixth. A.J. Armstrong playing third base, batting seventh. And Lex Falsoni behind the plate, hitting eighth. Tucker Lorenz playing shortstop, batting ninth. And on the mound for the Pioneers, sophomore Chip Harris. Harris out for his ninth appearance of the year. It's his seventh start. Has a 1-4 record, 24 innings of work, 26 hits, 21 runs. They were all earned. 27 walks, 17 strikeouts. Has plunked 5 batters. And he is going to try to get Ball State their first win against Wabash Valley in the Jim McGuire era. Still trying to fill out my score sheet with the limited time that we have in between games. So I'll pause. We also have a new director here. Jaden Perez will be thrown into the fire here. Jaden is he's going to have to handle 4 cameras. Not sure if that wind, we might end up plugging the 5th one in here in a little bit to see. But Alec Tromke, he wanted to go down, spend a little time in the dugout. So bear with Jaden as he learns the system here. Try to figure it out together. Crew Bond will lead off against number 34. Chip Harris delivers the first pitch. His breaking pitch up and out of the zone. Look at you, Jaden. You know all about it. Ball 2, high and inside. Chip 6'2", 210-pound sophomore from Clarksville High School, son of Smith and Melinda Harris. Breaking pitch right over the plate for ball 3. Got older brothers Smith and Sawyer, older sister Anna, and a G mama in Clarksville, and Papa Nana. As a 4-pitch walk leads the game off with Crew Bond getting the free base.
Up to bat, A.J. Malzone.
You get it? 4 balls and it'll put a man on first base and you don't have to reset the count. A.J. Malzone didn't get a hit till his last at-bat in the game. It drove in a run in the 8th. Throw over to first. Bond back in there safely. Malzone was 0 for 4 until he got that RBI single in the 8th. Went 1 for 5 with an RBI and a strikeout. Was behind the plate in Game 1. Harris delivers his 5th pitch out of the zone. On deck, Jackson Wang. throw over. Bond is back. VolState was leading 7-2 in game one. Wabash Valley with a 3-run home run in the top of the ninth tied the game as that changeup gets in there for a called strike. And then an unearned run that scored on an error was the eventual game winner. Fouled off Alex Falsoni behind the plate. He's happy to be there. Just ask him. Got nerve endings he had no idea he had. Wabash Valley stranded 10 batters in game one. VolState stranded 13. 25 hits in the game, 17 runs, 3 errors. Christian Brown, left-handed pitcher from Father Ryan here in Nashville, got the win. Another throw over. Bond is back. Brown went to 3-2. Ryan Murphy got the loss. Gave up the unearned run. He fell to 1-2. Connor Quinn with his second save of the year. Pitch is high. Falsoni with a little hop to haul that one in. The Creeker. Big thanks to Grandma Homer, who sent some cookies and treats up to the press box from Pittsburgh, PA. I had a couple of those. Kobe Ross says thank you. And public address announcer Jaden Perez, our director. Caden Trigg, did you get any of those treats over there? There's some cookies. We're sharing here in the press box. Mike Hoover brought those up. Said Grandma Homer sent some cookies down. Overnighted them. Full Count Ministries, full count, and a changeup was swung on and missed. It's a Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout. First out of the game.
Up to bat, Jackson Wang.
Jackson Wang will step to the plate. 2 for 4 in game one. Also walked. Wang from Morgantown, Indiana. It's just a little bit too high right there, and that will sail all the way to the backstop. Down to second goes Crew Bond. Falsoni's not a little guy, and he couldn't get to that one. Chip seems like he's trying to put a little bit of extra mustard on his fastball. That's why the changeup's been called. Falsoni reached up and grabbed that one almost like he was expecting that one to go up high. Get a runner at second base and might get crossed up on the signs that you're receiving. Fastball is up. Count goes 3 balls and no strikes to Wang with Jack Scary on deck. Ball 4. 2 runners on base via the walk, and Lex Falsoni will go out and have a chat. Mike and Angie Hoover were here early in game one, and they sat out there on the left field lounge. Brought their own chairs, though, BYOC. They had to head back to Smyrna, though. Gage Hoover, the left fielder's got a younger brother, Michael, and they get a friend that plays for the Creek, Stewart's Creek. They had to head back for a game. I normally see high schools play on a Friday night all that often. 1 out. That off-speed pitch gets right over the plate. Jack Scary, who hit his second and third home run in the 8th and the 9th inning. Drove in 4 runs. He was 2 for 3 in the game, scored twice. Also walked and was hit by a pitch. Tucker Lorenz, the shortstop, working the runner a second, Bond. That pitch is fouled back. Gage Hoover's out in left, Devin Thrain in center, Reed Mashinsky in right. Sounds like somebody's banging a drum out here. Do we have the guy from the Cleveland Guardians team? 0-2 pitch is high. A.J. Armstrong is at third base. Didn't do our game time temperature, Mike. Brought to you by Accurate Mortgage. It's 80 degrees here. I'm going to say the game started at 5 o'clock. Swing and a miss and a Chick-fil-A at Gallatin. Strikeout. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Chip, don't call me Carter Harris. Enrico Veach, the shortstop in this game, steps to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Veach had a successful game 1. He was 3 for 4, scored 3 runs. Maybe that's a young man that's got a ball in one of these. There you go. That's right. This little guy right down here to the right has got a baseball. He might be 2 years old. Somebody's tossing him the baseball, and of course there's no chance this kid's going to catch this ball. But he's throwing it. He just fired it off the bleachers and down the steps. That's what's making the sound. Breaking pitch list, misses outside. Harris behind in the count to Veach, 2 balls and no strikes with Ian Check on deck. Long pause by Harris and delivers, fouled off to the right side. See if we got a score for the Lady Pioneers in game 2 up at Dyersburg State. Gonna have to get to game changer, I guess. Dyersburg does not live score. Bobby Hudson was our scorekeeper for the ladies. It's a swing and a miss, and the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Athletic Director Bobby Hudson was up in the press box earlier, and he was keeping track of the Lady Pioneers. They dropped game 2, 5-4 to Dyersburg State. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and there's a breaking pitch that in game 1, that was strike 3. Here in game 2, that's a full count. Ministries, full count. Apparently it was a walk-off winner for the Lady Eagles. It says Dyersburg State won on the final play of the game. Kelsey Camp singled. There's ball 4. And the bases are loaded. All right, Jaden, here's a little nuance as Trevor Mootsy's going to come out. We're going to do some on-the-job training, so hit that one while Mootsy goes out. So if we have, no, leave it right here. If we have another walk, you can't let it go to ball 4 because it might mess up. So just don't put the ball 4 in there. Just hit R for run. I'm not prophesying that it's going to be a run and then hit clear, hit that reset count, okay? There's a glitch in that system. So the Lady Pioneers took 3 out of 4 from Dyersburg State. Played Wednesday at home, a doubleheader that I've carried on the broadcast, VolState Sports Network, and then 1 of 2 at Dyersburg State. Be traveling back home tonight. Breaking pitch catches the knees for a called strike to Ian, E-A-N, Czech, C-Z-E-C-H. Ian's from Downers Grove, Illinois. 0-1 pitch, fouled off to the right side. And Harris gets ahead 0-2 on number 22. Anna Harrison might be interested in what's happening here. That ball's going to get out of the glove of Lex Falsoni. He flips to Harris, but Bond came halfway down, ended up going back to third. Jackson Wang was about 2/3 of the way toward third, and he retreated. So the bases are still loaded as Harris has been all over the map here in the first inning. He's already delivered one wild pitch, and he has been missing high. 1-2 check. That's drilled into left field. That'll be down for a base hit. Hoover has it go by him and all the way to the wall. That will clear the bases. That ball got right on Gage quickly. That'll be a single and an error on Hoover. Wabash Valley leads 3-0 here in the top of the first. How's that looking? Okay, now we got to clear those bases. So clear 1 and 3. So hit 1 and 3. There you go. Now we got a runner at second. 2 outs and 3 runs in. There you go. First hit of the inning, Ian Check. That ball hit kind of short hopped Gage out in left field. He was trying to come up to make a throw. But didn't come up with the baseball. So 2 runs are earned there. And the third one, it will depend on what happens with Argenis Lopez, the first baseman. He went 0 for in game 1, 0 for 5, struck out 3 times. Harris got ahead of Lopez as well, and that fastball misses just down. Blocked by Falsoni. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. Popped up and out of play as VolState bullpen is getting loose. Freshman Brady Davis getting warmed up in the bullpen. Changeup misses up, or breaking pitch misses up. Full count, Ministries full count. 7th batter to come to the plate, Lopez. Drake DeFreitas in the on-deck circle. Full count turns into a strike 3. Chick-fil-A Gallatin strikeout as Harris strikes out the side, but gives up 3 runs. 2 of those are earned on 1 hit. There was 1 error in the inning and 1 runner left on base. 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Drew Plummer, Reed Mashinsky, and Easton Denning set to face Preston Barr. Right-hander on for his 9th appearance, his 4th start of the year. He has a complete game and a save. He's run the gamut. 27 2/3 innings of work, 26 hits. Delivers a fastball into Plummer for a called strike. Giving up 14 runs, 13 of those are earned, 8 walks, 22 strikeouts. He has plunked 2 opponents. I'm sure he didn't mean to. The fastball misses out. Looks like Mr. Barr dials it up there pretty quickly. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Good looking pitch there. A 1-2 to Plum. Grounded to second. Out of there, the dirt by Check, and he throws over to Lopez for out number 1. Plummer lined out to the second baseman in his first at-bat in game 1. Plum was 2 for 5. He finished with a couple infield singles. Also drove in a run, reached on a walk. He was on base 3 out of 6 times. Never got the ball out of the infield. Reed Mashinsky stands in. He was 0 for 5, had an RBI and a walk. Struck out once. VolState collected 13 hits in that, but a lot of that done by the lower part of the batting order, 5 through 9. Had 9 of those 13 hits. 2-0 pitch is low and away. Barr has missed the 3 offerings to Reed Mashinsky. Pretty close pitch there, and Reed will draw the 4-pitch walk. Usually on a 3-0 pitch, you get that call. And Easton Denning stands in. The freshman from McMinnville. He was 1 for 5 in the game 1. We have apparently a communication issue with our catcher. Jack Ryder is the man with the tools. Head coach Aaron Biddle, now he's getting some help. It may be Troy Strack. Aaron Biddle in his 3rd year as the head coach. Pitching coach is Jared Proctor. Hitting coach and assistant coach Evan Heilich and Troy Strack. Wabash Valley with the excellent reputation in JUCO baseball. They use looks like the same system that VolState does, the walkie-talkie to the catcher. And actually, I think the pitchers also have a wristband on, so maybe it's if they call it pitch comm or not. It's not in their hat, it's on their wrist. We are here in the extended version of Easton Denning's walk-up song. Good thing we don't have to worry about language in this song, right, Kobe? It's always nice when they deliver a clean song to you. Denning had a bloop single in the left field, ended up scoring in that 5th inning. Looks at ball 1. Wabash Valley with 3 runs in the top of the 1st inning. 3 walks and then a bases loaded single. Then an error on Gage Hoover allowed all 3 runners to score. 2 of them probably were going to score anyway. That's why 2 runs are earned. But Harris also picked up 3 Chick-fil-A of Gallatin strikeouts in the inning. We'll see if he comes back out for the second. 1-0's hit high and deep to right field. You can kiss that one goodbye. Easton Denning finally has gotten one over that right field wall. That's his third of the year. We haven't seen one like that all year long. He points out to the bullpen in left field, and Denning picks up RBIs 41 or 42 and 43 on the season. It's a big group hug. And let's see if we get a boom. We do. That's the no-doubter that I was thinking that we might see in game one, that to walk it off. The 2-run home run just happened to be an inning too late. And Gage Hoover stands in. He looks at a sharp breaking pitch for a called strike. Easton Denning now with 3 home runs. He and Drew Plummer, Carson Sanders with 3. Gage Hoover, he's got 8. Would love to go back-to-back with Easton Denning. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. They're going to check down at first base. And Clint Magnuson says no, he did not go. Matthew McCarthy behind the plate for this ball game. It's hit high out to center field over his Bond. He's not going to get that one. It's going to one-hop the Framework Athletics sign in right center field. Gage Hoover with a do-dat double. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Hit After Hit. Thanks to Dudat Communications for their support of VolState Athletics. Nice sign up here, the baseball logo right behind us here in the press box. Devin Thrain stands to the plate. It's the same round logo that's out there on the Toyota Gallatin scoreboard between VolState and baseball. So 1 out, 2 runs in, and the tying run is on at second base. Devin Thrain watches a breaking pitch start on the inside, on the left of his body, and land on the right. D-Train was 2 for 4 in game 1. Scored a run, was also hit by a pitch right in the back. It's a ground ball foul down the third base line. Luke Lawson on deck. We getting thumbs up all the way around on Grandma Homer's cookies? Yeah, but you better get one, Jade. You gotta better make sure they save you one. That's a between inning snack for you. You can't just dilly-dally. Kobe's over there. He takes a break in between innings. 1-1 count to Thrain. Fouls that one off to the right side. Kobe Ross cheerleading from the press box. Sans pom-poms. That means without. Sans means without, just in case you're not sure. 1-2 pitch. Nice stop by Ryder behind the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes. Preston Barr delivers ball 3, and with a full count, Ministries full count. Plummer grounded out to second to start the inning. Reed Mashinsky walked on 4 straight. He came on home on Easton Denning's 3rd home run of the year, and no doubter out of here to right field. Gage Hoover, the double to right center field, and a full count Ministries full count pitch to Devin Thrain buzzes the tower. Second walk of the inning. And a right-hander loosening already in the right field bullpen. And Luke Lawson, who got a pinch hit at bat in game 1, will wait for his turn. It looks as head coach Aaron Biddle with a long look down in the right field corner to see if his pitcher's ready. Waited to the last minute when Lawson was in the box, and if that pitcher is ready to go, I think Aaron Biddle's ready to put him in the game. Lawson was hit by a pitch and scored the 8th run for VolState in the 8th inning. It ended up not being the winning run, but Luke Lawson with a heads-up play when he was at first base on an infield single by A.J. Armstrong. He ended up not only taking second, but he also took third as the base was unoccupied by Enrico Veach, the third baseman at the time. And we are going to have a pitching change for Wabash Valley, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Connor Fugate is the new pitcher on for Wabash Valley. He is a sophomore right-hander and a transfer student from Motlow State Community College, where he pitched last year. He is out to relieve Preston Barr, who went 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs to this point, but the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. Walked 2, gave up 1 home run, faced 5 batters, and he's going to give way to Connor Fugate, Fugate. Fugate originally had signed and committed to go to the University of Kentucky. I believe he's out of Richmond as he delivers a slider to Luke Lawson for a called strike. Fugate on for his 6th appearance of the year. It's his 4th in relief. Another slider. Didn't miss by much. Ball and a strike. 7 1/3 innings. He's given up 18 hits, 14 runs. Every one of them has been earned. Walked 6, struck out 8. And that pitch nearly hit Lawson in the helmet. Two one, fouled off to the right side. Recap: Mashinsky, a 1-out walk. Easton Denning, 3rd home run of the year, drove one in the trees in right field. Gage Hoover doubled to center field. Devin Thrain has walked. 2-2 count to Luke Lawson. Has to bend out of the way of that breaking pitch. And the full count minutes reached full count. Wabash with 3 runs in the top of the first inning. VolState with 2 runs so far here in the bottom of the first, looking to get even. And ball 4, and down to third goes Hoover, and down to second goes Thrain. The bases are loaded. That sound means Anakin Jack Armstrong is coming to the plate. If you're not sure why the Star Wars theme is played, had somebody email me early. Let me know that Anakin was the name of Darth Vader. So AJ plays that. That's his first name, Anakin, Aniken. He's down in the count 0-2 on a couple breaking pitches from Fugit. He had 6 appearances last year, all starts, as he misses with that fastball over at Motlow State. Was 0-3, 20 2/3 innings, gave up 30 hits, 29 runs, 24 of those were earned, walked 18, struck out 20. There's going to be his first strikeout right there as Armstrong goes down looking for out number 2. And that brings Lex Falsoni to the plate and gets his first at-bat of the day. Falsoni comes in hitting .298. This is his 16th game of the year. 14 hits, include 2 doubles, 5 home runs, 22 runs driven in. Sophomore, he's a creeker from Stewart's Creek, cannot hold up on the breaking pitch. There's a called strike on the swing. 5'11", 220. He's from Smyrna, Tennessee, the son of Jerry and Andrea Falsoni. Hello to Grandma and Grandpa in Flint, Michigan. Tying run on at third, the go-ahead run in scoring position down at second. 3 walks in the inning, 2 hits. 1-1 count to Falsoni, and there's a strike on that outside corner. Alexander Falsoni, most commonly known as Lex, does not swing at the breaking pitch that misses outside. Ground ball to right and gloved by Check. Ground ball to the right side, not to right field. And the throw on to first retires Falsoni. I thought that might squeak by, but too slow of a ground ball, and Falsoni has retired. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. After 1, Wabash Valley leads 3-2. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Chip Harris out for his second inning of work. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Warrior lineup. Drake DeFreitas, Jackson Ryder, and Crew Bond set to face Chip Harris. DeFreitas came in game one but did not get an at-bat. DeFreitas, a freshman from parts unknown. 1-1 is high. If only we had a way to find out, as my kids would say. I need a research staff. I need Paul White. That's who I need. Parker Whitestat. I didn't see Parker. Is he still sick? Strikeout. He is here. Okay. Full Count Ministries. Full count. Harris winds and delivers. Fouled off. A full count first pitch. Foul ball. DeFreitas from Boaz, Kentucky. He draws the walk. Fourth walk of the game, and that's all you're going to get in that second inning, says Coach McGuire. I'm sure he said if you walk one more batter, I'm going to the bullpen, and that's what happened. 4 walks for Chip Harris in 1+ innings. Not what he had envisioned when he woke up this morning. 1 hit, 3 runs at this point, 3 strikeouts. He faces 8 batters. We'll take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the VolState Sports Network. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for VolState. Brady Davis on in relief, 5'11", 165-pound right-hander from Clarksville High School in Clarksville, Tennessee. Son of Rodney and Ryan Davis. He's going to throw over to first just to get his relief appearance started. Brother to Faith, grandson of Grandpa and Grammy. They live in Clarksville, Tennessee. Squaring around a bunt is Jackson Ryder, the catcher. Getting his first at-bat. Squaring again. Pitch is outside the zone from Davis, the right-hander. Couple of Jacksons and a Jack in the lineup for Wabash Valley. I bet that's fun at practice. 2-0, squaring and taking ball 3. Davis on for his 10th appearance of the year, 8th in relief. He has a save. 7.47 ERA, and he's going to look at a 3-0 pitch. Strike call, throw down to second is not in time. DeFreitas picks up the stolen base. That is his third stolen base in 4 attempts. Davis, 15 2/3 innings of work, 21 hits, 14 runs, 13 earned, as he's going to have to come off and field. He throws to Plummer at first, and the sac bunt is successful for Ryder. And the runner moves over to third base. With 1 out, Crew Bond stands in. Breaking pitch catches that outside corner, or at least winks at it. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again, and down goes Bond on strikes. He walked and scored in the first. It's the first time he's gone down on strikes today. He's been to the plate 7 times, walked twice. A.J. Malzone, he was a strikeout victim in the first. He steps in. And now he's going to be a hit by pitch victim as Davis plunks a batter. His 6th of the year. Jackson Wang, who walked and scored in the first, steps to the plate. All 3 walks in the first inning came in to score. 1 hit was Ian Check as runners are at the corners. Pitch in there for a called strike. Runner at first bluffed, but stayed put. Two outs. Fastball is up. Malzone does have 5 stolen bases over there at first base. He's tried it 7 times. 1-1 pitch is high. There's a nice breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Good, sharp action on that curveball. Official opening day in Major League Baseball yesterday, as I had to watch my Cincinnati Reds snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory, and they lost the lead in the top of the 9th, much like VolState did, as that pitch is down. Running on the pitch is Malzone. He'll get a stolen base. Now runners at second and third. VolState up by 3 in the top of the 9th. In game 1, lost the lead and lost the game. Cincinnati Reds were up 3-2. Gave up a tying run and then a 3-run homer. A big, sharp breaking pitch that lands way outside, and that's ball 4. First walk by Davis. He has gifted 2 runners as he hit Malzone. Now the bases are juiced for the cleanup hitter, Jack, who has been very scary today. S-C-H-E-R-I.
Jackson Scary.
Jack Scary hit 2 big home runs in game 1. Struck out swinging in the first inning here. Clear you got 3-2 on there. First pitch to Scary is wide. That old communication device is going to get you guys in trouble. How many times have you almost wrecked in your car looking at those phones? You're going to be at work one day and somebody's going to ask you what's going on, and you're going to say, I don't know, but I'm winning at TikTok or whatever it is. You got a job, but you got to concentrate. Sun shining here in Gallatin, Tennessee all of a sudden. 1-1 pitch drilled over the head of Drew Plummer. That's down for a base hit. That'll score at least 2. Mashinsky up with it. He gets it back in the infield to second. Runners at the corners. 2 runs in on a 2-run single by Jack Scary. Another walk has scored. A hit by pitch has scored. That's only the second hit in the game. And 5 runs for Wabash Valley. Enrico Veach steps to the plate. He walked and scored. Runner goes. Going to throw down to second, and Plummer's going to come up and cut it off. Scary picks up the stolen base. Pitch was called a strike, and that one's fouled off to the right side. Veach from Springfield, Illinois. What's famous about Springfield, Illinois? Anybody got any idea? What's Springfield, Illinois? State capitals for $100. You're not a foreigner. Were you born in this country? Truth. Were you born in the country? You're a U.S. citizen. You're not a foreigner. Yeah, but I mean, you learned capitals of all 50 states at one point in time in your educational career. Springfield, Illinois is the capital. It's not Chicago. Capital of Tennessee. Go. Caden Trigg, who's from Tennessee. I know he was joking. 1-2 in there for a called strike. And there's a Chick-fil-A at Gallatin strikeout to end the inning. Second strikeout of the inning for Davis, but not before Wabash Valley scores 2 more on the 2-run single by Jack Scary. 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Heading to the bottom of the second. We're scheduled for 7 here at VolState. 5-2 is the score. Tucker Lorenz will get his first at-bat of the day. He's going to face Connor Fugit. Swing and a miss. Fugit came in for Preston Barr in the top of the first. Barr had walked a couple and gave up a 2-run homer and a double. And Fugit came in and settled things down as Lorenz is going to get a seeing eye hit down the left field line. He rounds first. And that is going to be a do-dat double as he places it right down the left field line for a leadoff hit for VolState. That was very close. The second do-dat double of the game for the Pioneers. First hit off of Fugit, who walked a batter in the first and then struck out Armstrong and got Falsoni to ground out. Drew Plummer, he was a ground out victim in the first. He steps in. Lorenz at second. Plummer pops one foul down the right field line. That'll go to the Bobby Hudson Pavilion down the right field line, hit right off of the roof. Plummer, redshirt sophomore. Played in 28 games a year ago, started 21 of those, mostly at second base. I think he got probably 3 or 4 starts maybe behind the plate. It's 16 hits, including 3 doubles and 1 big fly, 10 RBIs a year ago. 1-1 pitch is high and gets off the glove of Ryder. And over to third goes Lorenz, and he was thinking about home. But Jim McGuire threw the lasso out and said, come on back here. Wild pitch. Charged to Fugit. Fastball outside. Ryder trying to do the, let me catch it 2 feet outside and I'll bring it back a foot. That didn't work with Matthew McCarthy, the home plate umpire. Count goes 3 balls and a strike with Reed Mashinsky on deck. A lot of action on that fastball. That had a ton of movement right over the plate for a full count. Ministries a full count. No question about Connor Fugit's arm strength. Gets a swing and a miss. Plummer down on strikes. His second strikeout. His being Fugit. Brings up Reed Mashinsky, who walked and scored in the first. Jack Scary out in left. Crew Bond in center. Jackson Wang in right. Slider misses. Drake DeFreitas at third. Enrico Veach is the shortstop. Ian Check at second. Argenis Lopez is at first base. Jack Ryder behind the plate. Catches that breaking pitch high to Mashinsky. And Reed still hadn't seen a strike yet. 4-pitch walk in the first. 2-0 count here in the second inning. Swings at that fastball right down Broadway. Comes up empty. Reed started, was in the fall last year. He wore the number 14 the whole year. Does not offer at that pitch. Corbin Overbay wore number 2. Then right before the season started, and actually I think Reed had worn 14 since he'd been here. Right before the season started, they made the swap. There's a pitch right down the pipe for full count. Ministries full count. Threw me off. We had 2 guys that did that last year. Landon Luderman and who was the other one that it was 5 and 20 is he swings and just fouls that one off. Maybe that was 2 years ago. That might have been 2 years ago. Landon Luderman and Jacob Messer, that's what it was. They made the swap right before the season started. Messer was a 3-year sophomore, and he wanted number 20. Full count pitch. Ground to the left side. It's going to be a tough play for Veach. Throws on the run and does not get Mashinsky. Runs well, gets the RBI single as Lorenz comes in to score. VolState now down 5-3, an infield single for Mashinsky. His first hit of the day as Easton Denning steps to the plate. He hit an absolute no-doubter out of here. Took one step out of the box and then stopped, watched it for just a brief moment, then put his bat down and started jogging. A 2-run home run in the first. VolState was down 3-0 when he stepped to the plate. He pulled Pioneers back within 1 and now finds himself down, Pioneers down 2. If he does it again, it'll be a tie game. So Lorenz doubled to start the inning, strike out the Plummer. Wild pitch moved Lorenz down to third, which helped him to score on an infield single as Denning just misses that pitch. Easton now with 43 RBIs, came in tied for 4th in the conference. Everybody else in the conference playing in conference play today. Some played yesterday, some will play tomorrow as well. That fastball misses high and away. 3 balls and a strike. Gage Hoover getting ready in the on-deck circle. Gentle wind blowing out to center field here at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex. We're on the campus of Volunteer State Community College. Ball 4. Second walk of the game by Fugate. Pronounce it a Fugate and Fugate just to make sure that I get it. Gage Hoover is Gavin King meeting with our home plate umpire, and now we're going to have a meeting as Aaron Biddle, the head coach, looking down at the bullpen with one look to see if maybe his right-hander is ready down there. Fugate came in with 1 out in the top of the first inning. And walked the first batter he faced. That put runners at first and second. Sorry, that loaded the bases. A strikeout and a ground out. Shut the threat down. But Lorenz started this inning off with a bloop double down the left field line. A soft liner was probably a better way to describe it. It was not hit very high in the air. Left-handed bat just reached out and poked it down the left field line. Fugate's going to stay in the ball game. Pitch to Gage Hoover. Fastball misses away. So Fugate last year was at Motlow State after originally, I think, the first semester of his freshman year was at the University of Kentucky. There's a breaking pitch that curls across the inside corner for a called strike. And then now on his third school at Wabash Valley. Trying to right the ship. Swing and a miss on a high breaking pitch there. Hoover's had some big days. He's hit 6 home runs in 2 days, 3 in one game, 3 in a doubleheader. That pitch down in the dirt. First VolState Pioneer since Noah Davis in 2022, April of that year, that hit 3 home runs in one game. Isaac Gleaves did it in February of 20. Those are the last 2 times it's been done. 2-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Fugit has a sign and delivers. It is high, and Hoover does not offer. Gage hit those 3 home runs back on February 28th. That one's boxed and ball 4. It goes to the dugout. I'm not sure what happened with Jack Ryder on that pitch. Ends up being ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks. That might end it for Fugate. 3rd walk of the game, and now the bases loaded again. And out of the dugout comes Aaron Biddle. We'll have a new pitcher coming out of the bullpen. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with a new pitcher's information as soon as we know it. Be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the VolState Sports Network, where the 3rd pitcher is on for Wabash Valley here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. We believe it is number 38, Jared Eisminger from Lexington, Kentucky, is on in relief of Connor Fugate. EIS Minger. Fugate goes 1 full inning, pitched in the first and the second. Eisminger will face Devin Thrain with the bases loaded and 1 out. VolState down by 2. Eisminger pitching from the stretch, spikes another one and smothered by Ryder, the catcher. Eisminger, 7th appearance of the year, 4th in relief. He has a save, 10 2/3 innings of work, 10 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts, 7.59 ERA. Comes in with the bases loaded. There's a ground ball to short, could be 2. Over to second for 1, and on to first is not in time. D-Train beats that one out. Gets an RBI for his efforts as Mashinsky comes on to score. Hoover is taken off the base pass on the Enrico Veach to Ian Check fielder's choice. Now 2 outs. Luke Lawson steps to the plate. VolState down by 1. Sliced foul that will get by the maintenance shed on the other side of the bleachers down the right field line. 2 hits in the inning. VolState's been aided by 3 walks in the inning as well. Fastball just misses outside. They keep bringing guys into the game. They dial it up there pretty quickly. Just haven't been able to find the strike zone. A swing and a miss by Lawson on a pitch that misses outside. One-two pitch to Lawson. Off speed, misses down in the dirt. Runners at the corners brought to you by Line to Line and Game Time Sports Field. Coach McGuire is either not giving Devin Thrain the steal sign or he's just not feeling it today. He is coming back from an injury. So that might play into it. All 4 to Lawson. The kid just keeps getting on base. Second time that he's walked today. And Lawson came in with an on-base average of just under 470. He's been to the plate 3 times. He's been on all 3 times he's come up in both games. Hit by a pitch and 2 walks. And speaking of walks, here's A.J. Walk Armstrong, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. He just seems to keep coming up to the plate with runners on base with 2 outs, though. Does not offer at that breaking pitch. It's called a strike. Armstrong, the 8th batter to come to the plate for VolState. They've only been able to push across 2 so far. Looking for a big hit here in the bottom of the second. Fastball is out of the zone. Jared Eisminger. E-I-S-I, and then Minger. Yanked another one glove side. All right, Kobe, capital of Kentucky, Lexington or Louisville? Trick question. Strike called, whispers at the outside corner. Kobe knew that one. He's from Kentucky. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. It's Frankfurt. We're doing state capitals for $100 up here in the press box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Tying run on at third. Good eye there by Anakin Jack. He was one of the Toyota of Gallatin players of the game in game 1. AJ 3 for 5 in that game. Scored twice, drove in 3 runs, also reached on a walk. Looking to drive in a run, either with a hit or the walk here. Full count, Ministries, full count, and a foul ball. Looks like Thrain was surprised at what was happening there. He was not off very far at all at second base. Luke Lawson seemed like he was halfway down to second from first. Now he's reminding Devin as to what's going on. Down at third is Easton Denning. Breaking pitch is taken for ball 4. They want to check with the base umpire, who says he did not go. And there's Anakin Jack tying it up with a bases loaded walk. That was a good take. Easton Denning comes in to score the tying run. Now Thrain at third and Lawson at second. Four walks in the inning. Lex Falsoni at the plate. He came to the plate in the first. He hits one off the handle, and it's going to be handled by the shortstop Enrico Veach for soft line out and out number 3. VolState scores 3 in the inning to tie it up on 2 hits, no errors, 3 more runners stranded. That's 6 after 2 innings, but we're all tied up 5-5 after 2. We're scheduled for 7 here in game 2 of the doubleheader. We'll be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Brady Davis on the mound for VolState. Delivers a first pitch in there for a called strike. Second breaking pitch is a little too high to Ian Check, who had the big single that drove in 2 runs. Ground ball to third. A.J. Armstrong stays down, gets it over to Easton Denning quickly, and 1 up, 1 down. Argenis Lopez will step to the plate. He struck out looking in the first to end the inning. Slow breaking pitch. Almost has like a backup action to it at first and then comes around. Fastball, and there's the first hit of the day for Argenis Lopez. He was 0 for 6 prior to that. Drake DeFreitas will stand in. He walked and scored in the second. Wabash Valley with a hit in each of the first 3 innings. Three runs in the first, 2 in the second. Breaking pitch right across the plate for a called strike. DeFreitas, according to the Googler, says he's from Boaz, Kentucky. Do you know where Boaz, Kentucky is, Mr. Louisville? On deck, Jackson Ryder. Another breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Sun being blocked by some clouds here. Lights are starting to come on here, Pioneer Field. 0-2 pitch. Is going to wait for the throw over to first. Argenis Lopez on base for the first time today. Does not have a stolen base attempt. 0-2 grounded foul. He bluffed going to second base. Jaden Perez, our director today in game 2. He's handling the camera switching and taking it easy on him. We're not doing commercials here in this game. Didn't want to throw too much at him. He's also keeping the scoreboard, which includes putting runners at first, second, and third. Runs on the scoreboard. There's 10 of them up there. 7 hits. Grounder to third. That's going to be a fair ball and in and out of the glove of A.J. Armstrong. That's a tough play. I'm going to go hit there. I think that's a hit, Caden. That's a tough play as he has to go right behind the bag. He had to move over to the line. It was really a right on the line. The question is whether it was going to be fair or not. He probably would say he should have had it, but Jackson Ryder steps up. Let's see if he goes to bunt again. He laid down a sac bunt in his first plate appearance. Does not square in this one with 1 out and 2 on. That slider there. Does he take a little off of that and put a little bit on? Is he adding or whatever? Or is he just throwing the same pitch? Because it's got different movement on it. I don't know if he's got a couple different pitches or not, but Brady's got a lot of movement. Ryder's going to – he did not originally indicate that he got hit, but home plate umpire's going to say that came up. It did hit him in the elbow, although Ryder was appearing as though he wanted to stay in the batter's box and hit. But he will take first base on the second hit batter by Brady Davis. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. And Crew Bond, the leadoff batter, stands in. Third time he's come to the plate. Pops this one up to the right side. That should meander on over into foul territory and get out of play. It will. If a baseball can meander, that's exactly what it did. Jaden, are those prescription sunglasses? You just like wearing sunglasses inside? I mean, it looks good. They look good on you. 0-1 pitch is outside. I just realized that I keep looking over at you and you have sunglasses on inside the press box, and there's no sun out. You got to look drippy just in case somebody takes a picture of you here in the press box. 1-1 pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. How about a 1-2-3 double play? And a ground ball back to Brady Davis. He takes his time, throws to Lex Falsoni. Falsoni throws to Easton Denning. 1-2 is popped up. I think that's going to get a play. Heads up in the stands and right in front of the ladies, just to the left of the press box. That's a souvenir for a lucky fan. Gavin King drops the ball right at the feet of our home plate umpire. Makes him bend over and get it. Girls are going to be talking about that foul ball for a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Bond had to swing at that, otherwise it was going to hit him in the hands. Fouls it straight back. At a almost 3.5 hour game 1. It went 9 innings. Bond shaking his head no, that's not a strike. He's done that before, and he's been right on 1 out of 2 of those, I think. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That's lined right at Plummer. He blocks it. He will get the out at second, or so he should, and he will. 1 run's going to score on the fielder's choice. So an RBI to Bond. He hit that one well, but Ryder is out 4-6. Ball squirted away from Drew Plummer just a little bit too far for him to be able to retrieve that. Flip to Lorenz, and for Lorenz to throw on to first. DeFreitas moves down to third. Lopez scores. Throw over to first. Bond is back. VolState tied it in the bottom of the second. Now Wabash Valley has retaken the lead 6-5. A.J. Malzone steps to the plate. That bright yellow bat. He was the catcher in game 1. He's the DH here in this game. One for 6 on the day. Another throw over. College baseball, unlike Major League Baseball, you can throw over to a base as many times as you want. You can only step off the rubber 1 time in college baseball per batter. Popped up into left field. Gage Hoover comes on. He settles under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Sometimes it looks like he misjudged it, but then he grabs it about hip high for the out. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 2 runners left on base. 6-5, Wabash Valley out of Mount Carmel, Illinois leads. Bottom of the third will start just like the bottom of the second did, with Tucker Lorenz leading off for VolState, 9-1 and 2. Pioneers find themselves down by 1, which is the smallest amount that they have been down as they come to the plate. As Lorenz squares around the bunt, pulls the bat back, and a fastball called strike 1 on the outside corner. Drake DeFreitas playing even with the base right now. Lorenz swings. It's one well to right field. Back goes Jackson Wang. He can't make the catch. It falls at the base of the fence. And Lorenz is going to ground second. He is heading for third. Stand-up triple for Tucker Lorenz. He is an extra base machine here, leading off innings. He gets a triple just over the outstretched glove of Jackson Wang in right field as Kobe Ross is coaching from up here in the press box, telling Tucker Lorenz to go to third. I love it. Kobe, he's excited for his teammates. Drew Plummer's going to step to the plate, see if he can knock in the tying run here. Backs away from that breaking pitch from Jared Eisminger. Final answer, Eisminger. Mama Eisminger, send me an email at tresports@gmail.com and let me know how bad I'm off. There's a high chopper. Coming to score is Lorenz on the ground out by Plum. He is retired. Nice play there by Ian Check on the high chopper. Lorenz comes in to score the tying run, 6-6. All right. If you're going to get runs scored, forget their runs scored, not ours. Lorenz with a double and a run scored in the second and a triple and a run scored here in the third. Reed Mashinsky steps to the plate. Pretty good pitch right there that Mashinsky lets go. It's ball 2. I haven't given Tucker Lorenz's family the love yet. He's got a double and a triple. There's a called strike. Lorenz, who started the inning off with a triple, is 5'10", 170 pounds. He's from Loudon, Tennessee, Sweetwater High School. He's a true freshman. Son of Jeremy and Emily Lorenz, brother to Riley. 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. Both sets of grandparents in Loudon, Tennessee. That's Papa and Grammy, and Gramps and Doozy. Mashinsky a walk, and a run scored, and a single and a run scored, and now a pitch away from another walk. Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned. After the game, we'll have another Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Again, out of the Old Testament. We're going to get a major profit here. Full count pitch. Fisted out to right field. That will get down for a base hit. Mashinsky, hitless in game 1, has 2. Here in game 2, has been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate. Got jammed on that full count pitch and fought it off to right field. Landed right in front of Jackson Wang. Easton Denning steps to the plate. He's also scored twice. Mashinsky, Denning, and Lorenz, the only 3 batters to score, and they've each scored twice. Denning with his 3rd home run of the year in the first inning, walked and scored in the second. Looks at a pitch low and away. 6 hits for the Pioneers, 2 in each of the first 3 innings now. Still batting here in the third with 1 out and 1 on. Throw over to first. They're going to say he's out. guessing he didn't get back to the base, and he doesn't argue. There's out number 2. Not sure if Reed was. Did we get that camera switch in time? We did not. It's all right, Jaden. You got to be ready for that. That's when you've reached elite level right there. Okay, that's not an easy one to get to. Fouled off to the left side. I was just going to look to see if it happened. I'm not auditing you to slap your hand. Okay. Don't cry, Jaden. It's going to be okay. Hey, come on, buddy. But you're 18 at least, right? Okay, just relax. It's okay. Just kidding. He's not crying. Not like he did when he got that window smashed. I mean, bawling like a baby as that pitch comes high and inside. And then when I made the remark about 3 or 4 innings later about, wow, that foul ball, did that hit your truck again? And then your dad texted you and said, what, again? Don't park next to a baseball field. There's flying objects. There's well struck right there, but right fielder Jackson Wang is going to make the catch. Steal an extra base from Easton Denning. A line out and a diving catch by Jackson Wang in right field. Ends the inning, but VolState ties it up. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left on base. We're headed to the top of the 4th, all tied 6-6. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. All right, come on. You got to tell me, though, before you come back. Did you come back before I said it? All right. Don't run up on me now. All right. I looked down and I saw we were back already. I thought maybe I had come back too soon. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for VolState. Caden Blackford out of bullpen, slinging some breaking pitches. He's going to face 3, 4, and 5. Jackson Wang, Jack Scary, and Enrico Veach. Blackford, a redshirt sophomore, 6'2", 180-pound right-hander. Son of Jeff and Kim Blackford. Does not get the call on that pitch. Brother to Alexa and Davis. Grandson of Pop in Ridgetop and Nana in White House. Blackford on in relief. Let's see. Pfister over to second base. Plummer up with it. He'll throw to Denning for out number 1. Wang, first official plate appearance. He walked his first 2 times he's come to the plate.
Jack Scary.
Brings up Jack Scary. He's 1 for 2. 2 RBIs in this game. Had 4 in game 1, so 6 total for the day. Brings Scary's total to 19. So So he has almost picked up 50% of the RBIs that he came to the park with today. Squaring around a bunt, changeup, called a strike. He pulls the bat back. Scary's not a big guy. Packs a punch, though. He's gone out of here to right center field. He looks at another breaking pitch for a called strike, and then a 3-run homer in the top of the 9th to tie the score at 8-8 in game 1. He sent that one over the Jersey Mike sign in left center field. Also over the Summit Concrete sign. On deck, Enrico Veach. Blackford on for his 14th appearance, which now leads the club. Moorhead has his third. Is that drilled out to center field? Back goes Thrain. He's not going to get to that one. That's going to hit off the warning track. And Scary's going to pick up another extra base hit. That's 3 on the day. And a 1-out base runner for Wabash Valley Warriors. Enrico Veach with a V as in Victor. He's 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the first, struck out looking to end the second. Lights are on here at Pioneer Field. Blackford 18 1/3 innings of work. Make it 18 2/3. Just gave up his 14th hit. He's given up 9 runs. 7 of those are earned. Walked 5, struck out 14. Has a 3.44 ERA. All of his appearances are in relief. Got 1 start last year. Breaking pitch misses outside. That's because he wasn't thrown out of a game down in Jackson State, which was a good thing. VolState got into a fracas at Jackson State. And all but 12, I believe it was 12, Pioneers were tossed out. Now, everybody in Jackson State went out as that ball's lifted out the left field. Hoover over toward the line. He'll make the catch. Retreating to second base is Scary. Throw went to second base. Hoover trying to throw behind the runner. Now 2 outs. VolState, I believe, had to play, I think that was Cleveland State that VolState had to come back and play. Severely hampered with not enough players. Ian Check fouls that first one off. He's down in the count 0-1. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He had 2-run single in the first. Blackford has the sign and delivers. Low and inside. Lex Falsoni snags that one before it hits the dirt. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Wabash Valley. 6-6-1 for VolState. Just trying to remember where that error was, and now I remember. In the first inning, ball that handcuffed Gage Hoover out there and ended up going all the way to the wall. 2-1 pitch is outside. Argenis Lopez in the on-deck circle. Ball 4. Brady Davis went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. Walked 1, struck out 2, plunked 2 Warriors. He faced 12. And now it's in the hands of Caden Blackford, giving up a double and a walk to a ground out and a fly out. There's a ground ball too short. Loren stays down, throws to Plummer for the fielder's choice to get Blackford out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. VolState will go to the bottom of the 4th, having for the first time put a 0 on the board for the top of the inning. Be right back on the VolState Sports Network. Gage Hoover will lead off the bottom of the 4th for VolState. Facing Jared Eisminger. Delivers a breaking pitch, swung on a miss by Hoover. He doubled in the first, walked, and was forced out at second base in the second. Batting here for the 3rd time in the 4th inning. Swings and misses. That looked like a slow motion swing there by Gage on the breaking pitch. Eisminger, the 3rd pitcher for Wabash Valley. There's a ground ball to 3rd. DeFreitas up with it. Strong throw and a nice stretch by Lopez at first. Hoover able to avoid the collision at first. He is retired. Devin Thrain will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. Wabash Valley scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. VolState 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. We're all tied up 6-6, and Thrain looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Came in hitting .277 on the day. Couple hits, 1 ball, 1 strike to Thrain. Two for 4 in game 1. Just outside on that fastball. You were with us during game 1. I was talking about the conference tournament in the TCCAA. I don't think I ever finished that story I was telling. There's one outside corner for a called strike. VolState, Chattanooga State, Columbia State, the only 3 teams in the now 11-team conference that have lights on their baseball and softball fields on campus. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball chopped to shortstop. Enrique Veach stays back, and he is not going to get Thrain at first base. Dug out of there nicely by Lopez, but Thrain beat that one out. An infield single as soon as Veach waited back on that high chopper. That's when I knew it was going to be a close play. Thrain beats out another infield single. So Southwest Tennessee plays at USA Stadium, and they obviously have lights, but it's not an on-campus field. And the softball team does not play at USA Stadium. Squaring around the bunt, Luke Lawson lays one down. It's going to be a tough play. Eisminger gets him by a half a step. Sack bunt for Lawson moves Thrain down to second base. There's a great play there by the pitcher, Eisminger. Lawson out 1-3 on the sacrifice. He still does not have an official at bat. Walked twice and now laid down a sack. Now Thrain at second base with 2 outs. Some people might not score that a sack bunt. Swing and a miss. He's probably bunting for a hit. He does do the job of getting the runner over. But as a scorekeeper, you can't really judge intent. So the scorekeepers I've been around give the batter the benefit of the doubt. Armstrong able to hold up on that breaking pitch. It lands outside. Armstrong struck out looking in the first, walked in the second. Now looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count. AJ came in hitting .239. That batting average will go up, as he was 3 for 5 in game 1. A double and a couple singles. VolState's had several infield singles. Late swing there. That's a chopper foul. Not by much. AJ knew it, but there was some English on that thing, and that hit a little closer to the fair line than I thought it would off the bat. Armstrong now with 14 hits on the season. This is his 23rd game, 20th start. Now has 11 RBIs on the season. 2-2 pitch. Good take on a slider that lands away, and we'll have a full count. Ministries full count. Lex Falsoni is in the on-deck circle. Strike 3 called on the right down the plate, actually. That breaking pitch froze AJ. He's struck out looking twice. And that will end the inning. VolState strands a runner. That's an infield single by Thrain. No runs. Neither team scored in the 4th. We're headed to the 5th. All tied up 6-6. Caden Blackford out for his second inning of work here in the top of the fifth inning, all tied up 6-6. Drake DeFreitas looks at a slow breaking pitch, ball one. He walked and scored in the second. Ooh, I thought that pitch hit him. How did that miss? Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Blackford, the third pitcher on for VolState. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Has 1 walk in the first inning that he pitched. Gave up a double. Stranded 2 runners. 3-0 in there on the inside corner for a called strike. Right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. Slow breaking pitch between the 2 and the 0. That's a hit batter. Bryant Rascal, the redshirt sophomore, getting loose down in the bullpen. See all-world trainer Justin McKinney down past the third base dugout where the Pioneers are, but his services were not needed for Drake DeFreitas' hit by pitch. Let's see if Jackson Ryder is going to square around. He will. Lay down the first base line, and there's going to be nobody at first. Plummer gets over, but then they will get him. Not sure if he tugged him or if we get it. I don't know if he tugged him or stepped on first, but Denning came on, didn't think that Blackford was going to be able to get there. As timeout's called, Aaron Biddle wants to chat with first base umpire. No tag, and try to look at the replay while the 2 umpires get together to see if there's any change there. Wanted to see if Plummer got his foot on the base. Try to look at it for a third time. I don't have slow motion. It was bang, bang at first. If Plummer got the base, then that is a call on a bang, bang call. And home plate umpire Matthew McCarthy is going to come over and give the bad news to Aaron Biddle. Plummer just a hair late getting there with the runner at first. Not sure if he was thinking about the bunt, but that's the second sacrifice bunt by Jackson Ryder. On the play, DeFreitas, of course, goes down to second base. So the go-ahead run will be on second. A lot longer of a conversation. We don't need dead air here. We need to have some music going while this is happening. And a lot more longer of a conversation going on here than I would have thought. Well, the guy's still standing down there at first base. He's out. Now he's going to walk off. Jackson Ryder was standing down there like they had won the conversation. But now Crew Bond will step to the plate. Just gone past the 7 o'clock hour. There's college basketball being played right now. Ground ball to short. Backhanded by Lorenz. He throws in the dirt. It's dug out of there by Easton Denning. Give him a shovel. He's digging. Saved an error there by Lorenz. DeFreitas has to stay at second base. Good first baseman saves a lot of errors by infielders. Easton Denning has been digging him out. He went through a little bit of a mid-season, I guess, time frame where he missed like 2 or 3, seemed like in a row, but he was money at the beginning of the year, and it's been money here lately. A.J. Malzone 0 for 2. with a walk or a hit by pitch and a run scored. He's not had the day he had hoped either. He came in hitting .327 for Wabash. He has one hit. 1 for 7 officially. 1-1 pitch, breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. Blackburn has that pitch, doesn't look like it's going to curve, and then about right at the dirt before it gets to the plate, takes an immediate left turn. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run. That's fisted, and if it's fair, it's trouble. It is a fair ball, and it is trouble. Rounding first, heading to second with a fisted double is Malzone. Drives into Freitas. Blackford got in on his hands, and Malzone just muscled that one out there down the right field fair line. Shinsky couldn't get over there to get to it. It's an RBI double. Sixth hit of the game. As that breaking pitch sails in there. Apparently a ball. Guessing it was too high. Jackson Wang is 0 for 1. Walked a couple times and grounded out. Scored a run. Pops this one up on the left side. A.J. Armstrong calling for it. He is under it, and he will make the catch for out number 3. Not before Wabash Valley retakes the lead. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. VolState down a run. Tim Reese on the VolState Sports Network. The other TR, Tim Raskell, he's still watching down in Montgomery. Alabama. Lex Falsoni, he's going to lead off the inning. Ground out and a line out. He's 0 for 2. Facing Jared Eisminger. Fouls that one straight back. Eisminger came on in the 2nd inning in relief of Connor Fugate. He's allowed 1 run so far. That slider misses away. So far, he's given up 3 hits. Walked 2. Fastball whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Falsoni down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of pretty colors on my audio mixer here, the DLZ, the Chief Engineer A.J. Fawson has purchased for the press box for the baseball broadcast. Also have one for softball broadcasts. He went all out, though, on basketball. He's got, I don't even know what all that is. Big old soundboard and computers, graphics. We had 8 people, 4 camera operators for VolState basketball this year. Bunch of buy-in from students. 2-2 pitch to Falsoni. Fouls another one straight back. Young ladies in the bleachers right between press box and the backstop did not budge on that foul ball. On the first one, they did. One of them did. I don't know if those are for VolState or again VolState. Been some folks here for Wabash Valley. Of course, they have a couple players from the Nashville area. One of the pitchers, Trey Reinberg, he's from Nashville Community School, and Christian Brown, who pitched in Game 1 from Father Ryan, a Full Count Ministries full count foul ball. Falsoni's just going to stretch it out as he'll go down to first base. Started this season off with a lower body injury. Did not start playing, I think, probably until week number 3. Again, if only there was a way we could find that out. I don't have that committed to memory. But I can get on my Googler. Probably won't find it in time. A little slow internet from time to time. Full count pitch coming to Falsoni. Fouls another one off. Thank you, Lex. That helps. Season started on February 1st, and it was on February 14th, just in time for Valentine's Day. Lex with 2 home runs in his sophomore debut. Another chopper to third. That is a fair ball fielded by DeFreitas. He'll throw Lex out this time. Lex was just tired from having run down that way. Otherwise, he would have beat that one out. Lex now 0 for 3. First pitch he saw of the season, he drove out of here to left field. That was against Chattanooga State, and that was a 9-1 win for the Pioneers after dropping Game 1 10-2. Lex had 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in that game. Now Tucker Lorenz, double and a triple, 2 runs scored. First time he's not leading off the inning, swings and foul tips. That one into the mid of Jack Ryder. Lorenz now with 19, make it 18 hits and 19 runs scored. That was his 4th double of the year, his first collegiate triple. Now he's looking for his first collegiate home run. He drove one to deep right field the other day, but the wind was blowing in. And it held it up. I think it would have been out had it not. He's not a home run hitter. I mean, he's a singles and a doubles hitter. Runs well. Sweetwater High School. I got to find out what Sweetwater's nickname is. You guys don't know. The Sweetwater Saltines. No. Probably not that, Jaden. The Sweetwater. I always think it's going to start with an S, right? Get that alliteration going. Maybe Jeremy or Emily will let me know. At treesports@gmail.com. Full Count Ministries, full count. Drilled. Nope. One up off the end of the bat. I thought that was by the second baseman. Take that back. Not drilled. One hopper. Just died. Round out to the second baseman. Thought he'd picked up the single and he was going to be a home run away from the cycle. First two retired by Eisminger. Drew Plummer 0 for 3 stands in. Called strike. Plum had a couple singles in game 1. He's 0 for 3 here. Breaking pitch called strike. One, two. I need to pull that center field camera back out after this inning. Remind me, we're going to keep it here though after this inning. We're not going to go to that commercial in the bottom of the 5th. Ball 2. Wind was blowing our center field camera so bad we had to go to the static camera that's sitting right in front of me. 2-2 pitch. It's grounded to right field. That's going to get by and into right field. Plummer gets his first hit of game 2. And I'll bring up Reed Mashinsky. Reed's 2 for 2.